Hi, I'm Ridhima. Welcome to the Old Trunk. Today we're doing the reader problems tag. So first I'd like to address why am I doing this tag. Nobody's tagged me to do this, but back in the day, all my favorite creators did tag videos and I love to watch them. But recently I see there's hardly anybody doing tags, and since I used to love watching them and this is my channel, that's when I decided I will be doing more of these videos. So as and when I find an interesting tag, I will do it. The second reason for me doing tag videos is I feel by doing such personality tags or any tag, one gets to know the person more. So that's what I want, that through these tags you can know me a little better. And if you're a creator, I'd love for you to make videos on these tags, and so that I can watch and know a little more about you. And if you're not a creator, just a watcher of YouTube, and you're as enthusiastic as I am, and you'd like to answer all the questions in the comments, I'd still get a peek into you. So that's my that's my two bits about doing tag videos, and let's bring tag videos back because they were so cool to watch. Okay, so let's start with the first question. You have 20,000 books on your TBR. How in the world do you decide what to read next? So, I am a mood reader. I have so many books on my TBR. I pick up books depending on my mood. I pick up books depending on what I want to read at the moment, how I'm feeling. So basically, I am a mood reader, so I pick books up in correspondence to my moods. Second question is, you're halfway through a book and you're just not loving it. Do you quit or are you committed? So I am guilty of being compulsive about finishing books. I'm too stubborn to DNF, and despite that, I am the biggest advocate of DNFing books. DNF, if you don't know, means did not finish. So I advocate that to people, but I cannot, for the life of me, practice what I preach. I cannot put a book down, uh, despite the fact that I'm a slow reader and it takes so much of my time, because already being a slow reader and then a book I'm not liking, it drags and it ends up wasting more of my time. But I've tried, I cannot leave a book. So although I highly would urge you to please leave a book if it's not doing it for you. The third question reads, the end of the year is coming and you're so close but so far away on your Goodreads reading challenge. Do you try to catch up, and how? Okay, so I had a Goodreads account back when Goodreads came into being. Yes, I am that old. But, and when I had that account, I always put in one book as my yearly challenge, because I don't read to quantify. I read because I like to read, and numbers don't matter. I could read one book in a year or I could read 40 books in a year. As long as I'm enjoying them, as long as I'm gaining something from them, that's what matters to me. And coming back to Goodreads, I don't have that account because I'm kind of an old soul and I like to write things down So I never really used the Goodreads website, and I never really put in the books that I'm reading or I want to read. So I never really used my account over there, so I deleted my account. So, yeah. The fourth question reads: the covers of a series you love do not match. How do you cope? So, I am a serial thrifter. I love to buy pre loved books. And since I love that, there's never a guarantee of what edition I am getting. Although I do buy new books, but I prefer buying pre loved books. And I have a few series that do not match in sizes, or then that do not have the same illustrators. So I don't mind up until the matter is the same. I would never pick two different translators if they've been done by the same translator, and if I'm reading a translated book. But otherwise, I don't mind with the covers or the sizes. I'm not into that stuff. The fifth question reads: everyone and their mother loves a book you really don't like. Who do you bond with over shared feelings? So I bond with my partner, and he listens to my perspectives, he listens to my rants, and mostly he corresponds with me. We're aligned that way. And other than him, I don't really have people that read in my circle, and that's what you guys are for. I would love to bond with you over our shared loves, our dislikes, anything. So that's why I urge you to comment in my videos so that I can get to know you. You can recommend stuff to me. You can tell me about what you liked in a book, and maybe you like a book and I don't like it, or I like a book and you don't like it. So we can bond over it. So, yeah. The sixth question reads: you're reading a book and you are about to start crying in public. How do you deal? So, the thing with me is, books don't make me cry. There's been once or twice there's been such a book that's made me shed a tear or two, but not more than that. I don't cry while I'm reading. But if, yes, the situation arises and I feel like crying in public, I'll shed that tear or two and I'll continue reading. It doesn't really bother me. The seventh question reads: a sequel of a book you love just came out, but you've forgotten a lot from the prior novel. Will you reread the book, skip the sequel, try to find a synopsis on Goodreads, cry in frustration? So I don't cry in frustration anymore because I've made peace with me forgetting books. It's inevitable. I will forget a book after some time. So the crying and frustration part is sorted. Now, coming to if I forget, what'll I do? So I have been there. I've reread Deborah Levy's autobiographical series, I guess 3 times by now, because when I read the first part, I did not know it had a follow up. And when I came to know about that, I'd forgotten the first part. So I reread the first part then. And when the third one came out, I had to reread the 2 parts. And from then on, I have been trying to reread the whole series every year. Yeah, so I have read it a couple of times and I don't mind. If I've enjoyed a book, obviously that's the reason I'll be reading the second part of the series. And if I have enjoyed the book, I have no qualms in rereading the book. Because for me, it's like reading it the first time. Apart from a few plot nuances, I usually forget the whole book. So I don't mind rereading. The eighth question reads: you do not want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell people no when they ask? Okay, so I don't go into the formality of being polite anymore. I've lost so many books. I've received damaged copies of so many of my loved books that now I am very blunt in saying, sorry, you can't have my book. And if somebody feels bad, it's their gripe to resolve it. I cannot do anything about it. I do not lend my books anymore. Okay, so the next question reads, you've picked up and put down 5 books in the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? So I will not pick up 5 books and keep 5 books. It could be that I've been stuck on one book for the last month. And how do I get out of that slump? So I get out of my reading slumps through poetry. I have my favorite poets. There's so many, but to name a few, Sylvia Plath, Faiz Ahmed Faiz, Charles Bukowski, Ted Hughes, Mir Taqi Mir, Mary Oliver, to name a few. And I pick up any of their collections while I'm stuck in a book that's not working for me, and I read the poetry and I fall back in love with reading, and I continue to slog through the book that's not working for me. So poetry gets me through my reading slumps. The 10th question reads, there are so many new books coming out that you're dying to read. How many do you actually buy? So I have been on a no book buying since 2 years, but I'm fortunate enough to have people in my life that gift me those books, i.e., my partner and my daughter. So I eventually get the books that I want, although I'm not buying any books since 2 years now. So, yeah. And the last question of the prompt reads, after you've bought the new books you can't wait to get to, how long do they sit on your shelf before you get to them? So I'll circle back to the first question. I am a mood reader, and sometimes I'll pick it up immediately after receiving the book. But there are times when the book goes onto my shelf, it marinates for months, even years before I pick it up. So it completely depends on my mood. If I am feeling the book at the moment, I will read it. If not, I'll make it wait. So yeah, that's the reader problems tag. I would urge you to do this tag if you find it interesting. Do tag me in your description so that I can see your videos, and suggest any tags that you would like me to do in the comments. I'll definitely work my way out into doing them. And I'll see you next time with another book review or another bookish video. Subscribe if you're new here, like the video, press the bell icon so that you are notified whenever I upload a new video. I'll see you next time. Until then, stay happy. Thanks for watching. Lots of love. Bye-bye.